Boston Bruins are tracking toward a historic season, a feat no one predicted mere months ago while the team was navigating a coaching change and battling the injury bug. Despite having one of the oldest teams in the league with an average age of 28 years, the Bruins are on pace to record 133 points. That accomplishment would put them 1 point ahead of the current record set by the Montreal Canadiens in the 1976-77 season. If the Bruins maintain this pace, they could also steal the title of winningest season ever from the 1995 Detroit Red Wings and the 2018 Tampa Bay Lightning, who share the top honors. How did a team given 25-1 odds of winning the Stanley Cup at the start of the season transform into an all-time juggernaut? Sit back, relax, and take this in. In a world with so much room for error, everything seems to be going right for the Boston Bruins, who have firmly established themselves as the cream of the crop well ahead of the NHL All-Star break. They've already claimed one historic record, quickest team to 80 points, a feat they accomplished in a tidy 47 games. And you basically would have needed a crystal ball to have seen this one coming. Last season, the story was the exact opposite. Everything was going wrong for the Bruins. After bowing out in the first round of the Stanley Cup playoffs with a demoralizing loss to the Carolina Hurricanes, the team parted ways with longtime coach Bruce Cassidy. Then, a string of injuries meant surgery for key components of their lineup. Feisty winger Brad Marchand had surgery on both hips, and defenseman Charlie McAvoy and Matt Grzelcyk both underwent surgery. Mike Riley also went under the knife for right ankle tendon repair and removal of bone fragments. My ankle hurts just thinking about that one.
The pain.
The pain didn't stop once the season started. Brandon Carlo went down early due to a concussion, then Derek Forbort broke his pinky finger. After that, Tomasz Nosek, then Jake DeBrusk. The injuries just kept rolling. If any of that seemed daunting to their new head coach Jim Montgomery, you'd never know it. Under his guidance, the Bruins have been consistent and confident regardless of who is on the ice on a given night. As head coach at the University of Denver, he led that team to a 33-7-4 record and a national title. But in his first NHL head coaching stint with the Dallas Stars in 2018, he was abruptly fired for what he later explained was a drinking problem. The lessons he learned following that firing through weeks of both inpatient and at-home rehab created the foundation of positivity the Bruins have built on all season. As healthy players have returned to the lineup, it has only added wind to the sails. The nightmare of last season's disappointing ending is but a faint memory. It just seems like every time we're in a game, it's in my head, we're gonna find a way. And then it happens. It's almost like it's magical, he told reporters. Montgomery is helming a well-rounded team with playmaking defensemen, a formidable power play, and elite goaltending. They're good at everything that counts, scoring the most goals and allowing the fewest. Boston produces an average of 16 quality scoring chances per game, according to Sportlogic, ranking 6th in the league. The Bruins are also tied with Winnipeg for first with 17.1 slot passes per game, suggesting they're prioritizing the high percentage areas for scoring. Defensively, Boston is second in expected goals against per 60 minutes at 5-on-5, according to Natural Stat Trick, indicating they're limiting the amount of dangerous scoring opportunities their goalies see. It helps that their top players are rising to the occasion. David Pastrnak is just 2 goals behind Connor McDavid and leading the league in shots on goal. He's pacing to have the 4th most goals in a season by a Bruin. Captain Patrice Bergeron claimed 3rd place in the Bruins' all-time scoring list, and Linus Ullmark is leading the league in save percentage and goals against average, making him a top contender for the Vezina Trophy. When the Bruins do let their guard down, Ullmark has stepped up. Per Evolving Hockey, he's 3rd in the NHL in goals saved above expected with 24.05. That means, all things equal, he's saved 24 more goals than a league average goalie would have saved in his environment. And when he notched his 25th win in 28 games, he made NHL history as the quickest to ever reach that benchmark. It took more than halfway through the season for the Bruins to hit a losing streak, and at the time of this writing, that streak is limited to just 3 games. Of course, regular season success by no means guarantees a shot at Lord Stanley. Remember, the 2018-2019 Tampa Bay Lightning also had a historic season. They tied the 1995-96 Red Wings for most wins ever, but that's probably not what you remember them for. Instead, they were dominated in the first round by the Columbus Blue Jackets, going winless in 4 games. But with no major exploitable weaknesses, at the very least you can comfortably say that the Bruins are charting a course toward an unstoppable run.